Namaskar. You are watching Akshar Education's YouTube channel, and the today's point is on Newton's third law of motion. तुम्ही अक्षर एज्युकेशनचं यूट्यूब चॅनल पाहताय आणि आज आपण इयत्ता 9वीच्या पहिल्या पाठातील लास्ट 2 points we are going to see, that is Newton third law of motion and one more topic. Now what is Newton's third law of motion? हे दोन्ही पॉइंट नीट समजून घेण्यासाठी काय करायचं आहे, व्हिडिओ शेवटपर्यंत पाहायचा, लाईक करायचा आणि शेअर करायचा. ओके. न्यूटन्स थर्ड लॉ ऑफ मोशन. इन डिस्क्रिप्शन टू दैट, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, 2 questions are here. Take a plastic boat, make a hole at its rear end, inflate a balloon and fix it on the hole in the boat. Release the boat in water. What happens to boat as the air in the balloon escapes slowly, and why? Take a plastic boat, make a hole at its rear end. त्याच्या पाठीमागच्या बाजूला एक होल बनवायचं एक प्लास्टिक बोट घेऊन. Inflate a balloon. एक बलून फ्लेट करून घ्यायचा, फुगवून घ्यायचा. And fix it on the hole in the boat. त्या बोटच्या पाठीमागच्या बाजूला जो होल पडलाय त्याच्यावर त्याला फिक्स करायचा. फुगा भरलेला आहे हवेनं, बलून भरलेला आहे एअरनं. नाव रिलीज द बोट. आता तो बोट आहे, त्याला मागून फुगा लावलेला आहे. ते बोट काय करायची, पाण्यामध्ये सोडून द्यायची. व्हॉट हॅपन्स टू द बोट ॲज द एअर इन द बलून एस्केप स्लोली. ज्या वेळेला त्या बलून मधली एअर हळूहळू अशी पुढे बोट आहे, पाठीमागं बलून आहे, आणि मग तो हळूहळू त्यातली एअर ज्या वेळेला पुढे जात असते त्यावेळेला व्हॉट हॅपन विथ द बोट अँड वाय दॅट फिनॉमिनॉन इज हॅपन. काय घडत असेल, बोट विल मूव्ह फॉरवर्ड. बोट पुढे जात असेल ड्यू टू अनबॅलन्स फोर्स ऑफ एअर इन द बलून. त्या बलून मधले जे फोर्स आहे एअरचा आहे तो त्या बोटवर पडत असेल, त्यामुळे बोट हळूहळू पुढे जात असेल. ओके, दॅट इज वी हॅव सीन इन द फर्स्ट लॉ ऑफ मोशन. आपण फर्स्ट लॉ मध्ये पण पाहिले की अनबॅलन्स फोर्स ज्या वेळेला ऍक्ट होत असतो त्यावेळेला ती ऑब्जेक्ट काय करते, स्वतःची प्लेस चेंज करते. इफ इट इज इन अ स्टॅटिक इट रिमेन्स टू स्टॅटिक, अँड इफ इट इज इन अ moving motion then it will keep its motion moving. However, in nature force cannot act alone. कुठलाही फोर्स हा अलोनली ऍक्ट होत नाही. म्हणजे एकच फोर्स काम करतो असं कधी होत नाही. फोर्स इज अ रेसिप्रोकल ऍक्शन बिटवीन 2 objects or 2 object forces. ओके, फोर्स इज अ रेसिप्रोकल ऍक्शन. एकमेकांना असे रेसिप्रोकल ऍक्शन असते. रेसिप्रोकल ऍक्शन बिटवीन 2 ऑब्जेक्ट. 2 ऑब्जेक्ट मधला जो फोर्स आहे तो एकमेकांवर असा रेसिप्रोकल होत असतो. फोर्सेस आर ऑलवेज अप्लाइड इन अ पेअर. ते 2 फोर्सेस एकाकडे काम करतात. व्हेन देर इज वन फोर्स इज ऍक्टिंग ऑन द सेम वे, अनदर फोर्स इज ऍक्टिंग ऑन दॅट ऑब्जेक्ट ऑल्सो. व्हेन वन ऑब्जेक्ट applied force on another object, when one object applied force on another object, suppose this is the object, I am applying force on that object like that. Okay, I am applying force on this object. That is when one object applying force on another object, the another object also applies the force on other object. That is when one of the object is applying force, at the same time the other object is also applying force on it. That is, they both are applying on each other, and so we can say that forces are always applied in a pair. So the forces of 2 objects are equal and opposite in direction. फोर्सेस हे कसे असतात, इक्वल असतात आणि अपोजिट इन डायरेक्शन असतात. वेन 2 ऑब्जेक्ट्स आर अप्लाइंग फोर्स ऑन इच अदर, दिस फोर्सेस आर ऑलवेज इक्वल अँड in opposite direction. This is the idea. It is very important. Forces of two objects are equal and opposite. This is the very important idea, and this idea is expressed in Newton's third law of motion. When force applied by first object, other object is also applies the force. The force applied by one object is called action force, while the force applied by the other object in reaction, that is called the reaction force. Suppose this object is applying force on this object. So this is the applied object. Okay, this is the applied object, that is action force. Force applied by one object is an action force, while in opposite direction another object is also applies the force on it, that is the reaction force. So applied force and reactant, okay, applied force, that is action force and reaction force are always equal and they are in opposite direction. So the Newton's third law stated that every action force has an equal and opposite force which acts simultaneously. Every action force, प्रत्येक action force त्याला काय असतं, equal and opposite force असतो, reaction force असतो. Every action force has an equal and opposite reaction force which act simultaneously. ज्यावेळेला याचा होतं त्याच वेळेला याचा पण simultaneously तो पण force act करत असतो. So the Newton's third law is every action force has an equal and opposite force which acts simultaneously. Now two examples we are going to see here about the bullet. These are two examples. While hitting a ball with a bat, the speed of a ball decreased. Now what is the concept or what is the reason behind it? By the reaction force of a bat, when ball comes, reaction force applied by a bat, and ball turns or move on another side. By the reaction force of a bat, ball turns in another way, in another direction, or moves on another side. Also we feel the jerk on our hand. When we hit the ball, we feel the jerk on hand. आपल्या हाताला कसा जर्क बसल्यासारखा वाटतो का? कारण तो ॲक्शन फोर्स बॉलचा असतो ना, त्या ॲक्शन फोर्समुळे तो बॅटवर ॲक्शन होते, त्याच वेळेला बॅट काय करते, रिॲक्शन लावते, पण त्याच वेळेला आपला हात पण थोडासा मागे झटकल्यासारखा वाटतो का? कारण रिॲक्शन फोर्स आहे. ॲक्शन फोर्स, रिॲक्शन फोर्स. सो बॉल टर्न्स while we feel the jerk on a hand due to the action force of a ball. Here action force by ball and reaction force by bat applies from both sides in a equal amount and in a opposite direction. Equal amount and in a opposite direction. या ठिकाणी हे दोन्ही, हे जे ॲक्शन फोर्स आणि ॲक्शन फोर्स बाय बॉल अँड रिॲक्शन फोर्स बाय बॅट, ते दोन्ही इक्वल अमाऊंटमध्ये पण अपोजिट डायरेक्शननं काय होतात, एकमेकांवर अप्लाय होत असतात. वन मोर रिॲक्शन वेन गन रिकॉइल्स, दॅट इज मूव्स बॅकवर्ड. when gun moves backward, that is recoils, झटका बसतो मागे येतो. when bullet is fired, ज्या वेळेला बंदुकीतनं गोळी सोडते त्यावेळेला गन रिकॉइल आपल्याला फिलिंग्स होत असतात. What happening there? Action force applied by the spring of the gun. Okay, spring असते गन मध्ये, त्याच्यातनं ॲक्शन फोर्स अप्लाइड होतो ऑन अ बुलेट अँड बुलेट मूव्स फॉरवर्ड. As we fire the gun, action force applied by gun, that is by the spring in the gun on a bullet. So bullet moves forward fastly. At the same time, the reaction force applies by bullet on a gun, and due to that gun recoils. त्यामुळे गन रिकॉइल होते पाठीमागे. आता या ठिकाणी एक क्वेश्चन असा आहे की velocity of a bullet is too much higher than the velocity of a recoiling. पाठीमागे येण्याचा वेग आणि पुढे जाण्याचा वेग हे फार वेगळे आहे. पण the mass of a bullet is very less than the mass of a gun. So the mass into velocity of a both become same. कारण याचे मास जरी बुलेटचं मास जरी कमी असलं तरी वेलॉसिटी जास्त, त्यांचा प्रोडक्ट जेवढा होतो तेवढाच मास ऑफ अ गन अँड द रिकॉइलिंग वेलॉसिटी ऑफ अ गन, त्यांचा प्रोडक्ट या दोघांचा सेम होतो. अँड देअरफॉर द ॲक्शन फोर्स बाय बुलेट, ॲक्शन फोर्स बाय गन ऑन अ बुलेट अँड रिॲक्शन फोर्स बाय बुलेट ऑन गन become equal, but we feel jerk to our shoulder, and that is the second example. That is the action force and reaction force are always equal and they are in opposite direction. That is the third law of motion, and we have explained it with two examples. Now we are going to see the next topic. The next and the last topic of this lesson is law of conservation of momentum. Here, suppose there are two objects collides on each other. That is, object A and object B are colliding on each other. दोन ऑब्जेक्ट घेतले तर आपण ते एकमेकावर कोलाइड होतात. Now, some of the details about object A. Mass of object A. Suppose mass of object A is m1. Initial velocity is u1. Then, the momentum of object A is initial momentum. That is before collision. The initial momentum of object A is a m1 u1. Now in details about the B, mass of object B is a m2, while initial velocity of object B is a u2. So initial momentum of that object, initial momentum of object B is a m2 u2. As object B collide on object A, what happened? Object B applied force on A. That force we will let it be F1. B काय करेल? A वर force apply करेल. त्याला आपण F1 म्हणूया on object A. Same way, we are knowing that when one object applying force on another object also applied the reaction force. That is, same time object A also exert reaction force F2 on object B. Okay, so after collision the velocity of both objects would change. That is, the final velocity of object A becomes v1 and the final velocity of object B becomes v2. Before collision, we have seen the initial momentum of A, initial momentum of B. Same way, after collision, the final momentum of A is a m1 and the velocity is a v1. While final momentum of a B is a m2 and v2. So this is before collision, the momentum of both, and this is after collision, momentum of both. Now we are knowing that forces are applied by both objects in same and in opposite direction in same amount, that is are equal and in opposite sides. So F2 is applied by A in opposite to F1, which is applied by B. So direction of these two are different, but they are equal in amount. So F2 is equal to minus F1. Now F is a MA. That is, we have seen that F is equal to MA. So I am putting F2 is equal to M2 A2. While minus F1 is equal to minus M1 A1. Once again, we are knowing that A is equal to V minus U upon T. So I am putting at the place of A2, V2 minus U2 upon T. And at the place of A2, we can put V1 minus U1 upon T. So the equation becomes m2 into v2 minus u2 upon t is equal to minus m1 into v1 minus u1 upon t. We are multiplying both sides by t. So t would be cancelled. By multiplying both sides by t, we will get the equation that is m2 into v2 minus u2 is equal to m1 into minus m1 into v1 minus u1. So expand these two brackets and we will get m2 v2 minus plus minus minus m2 u2 is equal to minus m1 v1 minus minus plus m1 u1. This minus we are taking here, it will become plus, that is m2 v2 plus m1 v1 is equal to m2 m1 u1 plus m2 u2. So this is the final momentum of both, the sum of final momentum of both object, and this is the initial momentum of both object. Here one of the relation between these two comes, that is the sum of final momentum of both object is equal to the sum of initial momentum of both object. That is momentum in both cases, momentum of both object in both cases, that is the before collision and after collision. Before collision, this is the sum of momentum of both object, and after collision this is the sum of the momentum of both object, and these two sums are equal. That is momentum before collision is not changed after collision. It remains constant, and that is the law of conservation of momentum. So we are going to explain the statement about it. So we have the expression that is m2 v2 plus m1 v2 m1 v1 is equal to mu m2 u2 plus m1 u1. So the magnitude of total final momentum, this is the magnitude of the total final momentum is equal to the magnitude of total initial momentum, that is the final momentum, that is the initial momentum. Before, after collision, before collision, the sum of these two is equal to sum of these two. But there one thing is, no external force is acting on these two objects. It is very important. So the statement can come when no external force act on two objects, interacting object, when no external force act on two interacting object, their total momentum remains constant. It does not change. That is the momentum before collision and after collision, they remains constant. They does not changes. And this is the corollary of Newton's third law of motion. Okay, here momentum is unchanged after collision. The momentum get redisturbed or redistributed between two colliding objects. That is the momentum of this object redistributed by other object. The momentum of one object, one colliding object, when decreases, the momentum of other colliding object increases. So we can state that the above corollary as when two objects collide, the total momentum before collision is equal to the total momentum after collision. That is the law of conservation of momentum. We are going to understand two examples here. First example, when bullet of a mass m1 is fired from a gun of mass m2. Mass of bullet is m1 while mass of a gun is m2. Let the velocity of bullet be v1 while the velocity of a gun would be v2. when bullet is fired, the gun comes back, moves forward. That is called recoil. Backward direction of a gun is called recoils. The momentum of both bullet and gun would be M1 V1 and M2 V2. The momentum bullet is a M1 V1, while the momentum of a gun is a M2 V2. Before firing the bullet and the gun both were in a rest. So the initial momentum of these two is a 0. As the initial momentum is 0, then final momentum is also 0, because the sum of these two is always 0. So M1 V1 plus M2 V2 is equal to 0. So I am taking this M1 V1 on another side. So M2 V2, because we are going to find out the recoiling velocity of a gun. That is V2 we have to find out. So M2 V2 is equal to minus M1 V1. So taking this M2 on another side, it will divide this M1. So minus M1 upon M2 into V1 is the velocity of a recoiling velocity of a bullet. Now one more thing. The momentum of both bullet and gun is the same, because the mass of a gun is more than the mass of the bullet, but the velocity of gun is less than the velocity of the bullet, but the product of these two same, that is equal, and due to that mass into velocity, the momentum of a gun and momentum of a bullet are same, but they are in opposite direction. The another example is when we launching the rocket. Same way the rocket forces down. Okay, that is the momentum of a rocket and momentum of a reaction force is equal, and that is more details about the law of conservation of momentum. Very nicely. So we are going to see the example solve on it. The first example is the mass of cannon is a 500 kg and it recoils with a speed 0.25 meter per second. What is the momentum of that cannon? एक cannon आहे pattern, बरोबर नाही? तर त्याचा मास आहे 500 kg आणि तो रिकॉइल होतो जेव्हा तो फायर करतो टँक, जेव्हा तो फायर करतो त्यावेळेला काय होतं, तो रिकॉइल होतो, तो त्याचं स्पीड किती आहे 0.25 मीटर पर सेकंड. तर त्याचं मोमेंटम किती असेल? मास ऑफ अ कॅनन इज 500 kg while the recoiling speed is 0.25 meter per second. So momentum of that cannon is mass into velocity, that is momentum of cannon is equal to m into v, that is m is 500 into velocity is 0.25. So the product of these two is 125 kg meter per second is the momentum of that cannon. Now here in second example, two balls have masses 50 kg and 150 gram and 100 gram respectively. They moving along a same line मध्ये moving होता है in the same direction with the velocity 3 meter per second of the first ball, while 1 meter per second 1.5 meter per second of the second ball, that is E1 of the first and E1 E2 of the second one respectively. They collide with each other and after collision the first ball moves with the velocity, that's the final velocity किती झाली 2.5. So the calculate the velocity of the other ball after the collision, that is we are going to find out the V2. Now here one more details about all the givens, that is the first ball, second ball, mass of the first ball is 50 gram while the mass of the second ball is 100 gram. Initial velocity is 3 meter per second of a first ball, while the final velocity of the first ball is 2.5 meter per second. Second ball mass is 100 gram, initial velocity is 1.5 meter per second, and we are going to find out the final velocity. According to the law of conservation of motion, m1 v1 plus m2 v2 is equal to m2 m1 u1 plus m2 u2. Now we are going to put the values of these all given in the example. So at the place of m1, it is a 50 into 2.5, 50 into 2.5 m1 v1 plus 100 into v2 is not given, so we are going to find out the v2. So v2 as it is, m1 is a 50 into u1 is a 3, that is 50 into 3 plus 100 into 1.5, that is m2 is a 100 and u2 is a 1.5. So the product of these two is a 150, product of these two is a 150. So 150, it become 300, and product of these two is a 125, and we have taken this 125 on another side of the equal sign, it become minus. Is it clear? So the 100 v2 is equal to 300 minus 125, that is 175. So v2 is equal to 175 upon 100. So it becomes v2 is equal to 1.75 meter per second, and that is the velocity of the another ball after the collision. So like this video, share this video to other students, and subscribe the channel to get the new videos after releasing it. Okay, have a good day. Thank you.